And welcome to the DevSec 2022 podcast, sponsored by Cisco. And it's Cyber Wednesday here, and it's a great day at the trade show. You can see the place is abuzz already. Our next guest has come from quite a distance to be at the trade show, and we're certainly happy to have Martin Ward with us. Martin, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Martin Ward. I work with Barrier Marine Canada Limited, who are part of the Barrier Group based in the UK, and started working in the west coast of Canada, and now I'm looking to see if we can build a business here in Nova Scotia based on our experience with some of the jobs and projects that are coming here.
Right. Now, Martin, so tell us a little bit about yourself first. Where do you come from? What are you all about?
Well,
you look like a football player.
Well, soccer.
Soccer?
Yeah.
Come on, tell us the story.
Well, many years ago, probably also many stone ago or many kilos ago, whatever way you want to call it, I came over to Canada and played soccer a couple of games for Hamilton Steelers, and I was intending to stay, and they offered me to stay, and they would get me a job in, I think it was the Coca-Cola factory in Hamilton, Dafasco's or something, and it wasn't secure enough for me, so I went back to Scotland.
You went back to Scotland?
But all in all, it worked out fine, because 3 years later I met my wife, who's still here with me today.
So, Martin, that's not a Hamilton accent, I can tell right out
Well,
the gate.
it's not a Hamilton, it's a Glaswegian accent.
Glaswegian?
Yes.
I'd never heard that word before.
Yeah.
Martin, now, Barrier has got a very unique offering. You say that you've been doing work on the west coast of Canada. I think that's with C-SPAN, is
Yes,
that correct?
yes, yes.
And you're looking to grow that into the other shipyards around the country?
Yeah, well, what brought me here was I spent a long time sitting on the Clyde, where BE Systems have got two yards on both sides of the Clyde. I sat on the Govan side, and the company I worked for at the time, we helped build and we outfitted, going way back to the LSDAs, and then the Type 45 frigates, and then the aircraft carrier. Now, the guys that I worked for way back then, it was a small company called McGill's. They get bought over by a big company that I don't need to mention their name. Within a year, they were all gone.
Really?
They bought us for the MOD work, so they got it and they done well. Everybody disappeared. I ended up in Dubai. The two guys, operation director and a financial director, started their own company and built up an outfitting company, who then were bought by Barrier.
Okay.
So the experience that Barrier are bringing is outfitting many, many vessels for the MOD in the UK.
Right.
I'm here because BE Systems sold the design of the Type 26 frigates to Irving.
Right.
Now I'm chapping Irving's door, asking them if we can get the opportunity to support them with the outfitting of the cabins, galley, laundry, rec rooms. So I'm here looking to see if we can build with Irving. Now, when I say build with Irving, that's the build's the word that I'm focusing on, because we're going to set up here, we're going to set up in Nova Scotia and create a proper business, going right into the fabric of the community, hopefully bringing on apprentices. Now, I know that won't last forever, and eventually Irving will have all the know-how and technology. When these apprentice guys become managers and become directors, they'll run the business and they'll do it all with Irving. But that'll be a long time away.
Yeah.
And we see that opportunity from now till then to be a good support and a partner to Irving and other shipyards here.
Martin, it makes perfect sense, right? I mean, we've got a long runway in this country of building ships over the next 20, 30 years. It's an exciting time to be in this space. Great shipyards already exist here, of course, with Irving and C-SPAN and Davie and Heddle. There's all kinds of these great shipyards to be in conversation with, but I can tell you, what you just described to us is the National Ship Procurement Strategy dream, which is where companies from abroad see opportunity here, come, set up in Canada, create jobs, give Canadians an opportunity to grow in this incredible industry. Tell me this, how would you summarize your value proposition? What is it that Barrier brings to the table that nobody else does?
Well, it goes back 20, 25 years. The guys that are running Barrier, the operations director, Graham Fuller, should have maybe retired, but can't help himself, still here. And he will be here for a few years more. It's the know-how and the vision of what actually does a naval officer need. Now, the naval officers go and they do their job, very brave, courageous job and hard-working job, and they're out there working for the government, working for everyone in the country, but they've got downtime.
Right.
They finish their job and they clock off, And what we bring is, and what we brought to the Type 45s was a conversation with BAE Systems, the conversations with the UK Navy, was what do these people need to live in?
Right.
And we come up with designs for the 45 that were quite unique to make the living space comfortable.
Right.
Now, what we bring is a technology and unique build strategy. We come up with a prefabricated cabin, which meant that traditional outfit and shipbuilding, the plumber or joiner, the electrician, the panel guy would all go in there, all be working in the same space, overlapping. We build one of the potential strategies we can bring is we build the cabin off-site, and we deliver 6-sided boxes. All the services are at one side, which become the corridor end. So you create the corridor with your cabins, and everything gets hooked up from the corridor. You walk in the room for the first time when you're given final inspection.
Wow.
And the cabin, right down to the pillows there and the quilts on the bed.
So modularized building, putting them in like Lego blocks, which is not unlike they're building the ships in general, right?
Yeah, and it's not new now.
No.
But 25 years ago, it was quite a good concept. But what we have with this concept is we've got 25 years experience and know-how.
Right. So for a shipyard, they know that they hand the job over to you guys, going to get done. You guys are, and I also like, Martin, your approach that you're thinking at it through the lens of the person that has to live in that space.
Absolutely,
right?
because that's what you're doing it for.
Right, and that's going to ring true to the navies around the world because they're facing recruiting challenges, and they got to make the livable spaces livable.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yep. But from our experience, again, from 25 years on back to now, we know in 25 years' time, or way before 25 years' time, Irving, Davy, all the other shipyards about here will have that know-how, and they will take on the ownership themselves, and we'll disappear in the background.
I wish we had Barrier 35 years ago.
100%,
You and I sail
yeah.
on destroyers.
Yeah, 100%. The barrier wasn't in the conversation back then. So Martin, it's been an absolute pleasure to chat with you. I can tell you this, we certainly appreciate you making the trip over from Scotland
Thank you very
to
much.
talk about Barrier. And I can tell you this, that the shipyards around here, they'll be watching this and they should pay attention to what it is you're doing. I know that you're easy to get a hold of. You're a great guy to do business with, and I wish you much success in Canada.
Thank you.
I'm sure you're going to have it.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thanks very much for the opportunity.
Cheers.
Thank you.